Hello guys, good morning. Yes, so this beautiful morning I want to make egusi soup. I want to make egusi soup. Oh, it's been a while I made a cooking vlog. So welcome back again to my channel. If you're new on this space, I'm Monica, and the name of my channel is Soulful Talk and Lifestyle. So in this space, I talk about life, motherhood. I talk about my faith, especially very important to me, my faith as a child of God, and just sit down talk moment to have a real conversation about life around me, and about life around ladies struggling with motherhood, career, balancing life. So, and then I also like things about fashion, so I'll be sharing just my very few fashion hacks, fashion inspirations and the likes. So I'm a mom, a wife. I base here in Doha, Qatar with my family. So today I just felt like doing I want to share an experience I had. My first ever vacation last year, summer. It was a beautiful one, I had high expectations, the excitement, to travel for the first time. So my husband said he's just trying to make me travel because he's been the one traveling for a while for work purposes, and then for this what's it called, this pilgrimage, he attended one also last year. It was a nice experience for him, so he just said, okay, you're gonna be the next to travel, so he doesn't feel like he's cheating on me because he's the one traveling. And then the pilgrimage was during school hours. It was in April last year, so we were still in section, so definitely there was no way I was going to travel with him. He had to travel first, and then he was having plans of applying for a visa, so he just used that as an edge, and God so kind, he got the visa. So guys, back to my story. When I traveled to Georgia, everything was going smoothly until one day a very big house accident. I've never shared this story with anyone because honestly I felt so much shock. And the good thing about the whole situation was my husband, how he calmed me down, how he told me not to worry, even though he had budgets. We try as much as, even though we are trying to make good use of life, but we still do all these things to under control with our budget. So he told me to relax, it's okay. So guys, I was having my bath. So the bathroom was like just a glass door inside the bathroom, the section where you take your bath, and the toilet seat is separated with that glass door like that. So guys, I was having my bath. Initially, I just take my bath without closing that glass door, because I noticed if you try to close the door, you have to be extremely careful to do that. So I just decided not to bother to close the door. So on that fateful day, I just had the intentions of trying to make the door close, just trying to make the door close, and then just to grab the door and try to raise it up to align properly so it can slide. My dear, the door just melted, it just broke. It just broke into pieces. I was marveled. I was so shocked. I was in pain. Some pieces of the glasses fell on my hands, on my legs. I actually thank God it was just me at the moment. My kids already had their birth, so it was just me that it happened to. Just imagine if it was my daughter, maybe she tried to do the same like me, and then this happened. What would have been the outcome? So I actually thank God about that. So guys, I was so much in pain. It felt like I want to go back. I want to travel back. I'm done with the vacation. I was so tense. I was so afraid. Like, I felt like, how much would this glass door cost in a country where I just visited for vacation? I have little or no idea about how things are being done here. So you can imagine that compromised situation. So guys, I called the landlord and I told him everything that had happened. They were concerned about my safety. So at first I thought it was going to slide so easily, but guys, guess what? It made me to curtail my expenses. Even the souvenir I had intentions of getting, my birthday was the next month, so I decided I would be surprising my friends with a souvenir from Georgia as a gift. All of those dreams never come to life. They never came to life because of what? I had an accident, and I didn't want to put all of the cost on my husband, so I just stopped spending. I try as much as possible to reduce the cost of spending, buying, and all those stuff. My God, this happened. Why did that have to happen to me? Why, I was so much sad about it, and it just made me felt, a sort of way. But I still thank God, actually, how everything went. So at the day of what's the called? The day I had to leave the hotel, so the owner of the apartment came. That was the first time he actually came. He never came. He never dropped by when that incident happened. So they were actually waiting for me to, want to check out. So the guy came home, and he came with the wife. The wife was actually the mouthpiece of the man. She got no chill pay, man. She got no chill pay. She said, I'll call the police because you have to pay. I said, okay, but I can't pay for the whole damage. This was the mistake from your side. I was like, it wasn't working at the beginning. I know that I didn't call to complain or sort of, let it complain about that. But this is not totally my fault. I was just trying to make it favor me a little because they said I was going to pay completely for the whole thing. So today is my meat stock day. The day I make my meat stock, and then I just divide it into batches. So it's easier for me to make soup anytime else I want to make soup. So this is so I'm just going to cook this and check the amount I'll be using for the soup I'll be making. Yeah, so guys, like I was saying, I saved my money for the trip so I can pay for the damages that I've caused. I saved up, I reduced spending, viciously, and just anything I want, I just get it. No, I had to cut down, even the sightseeing, the fun, you know how a vacation is, right? You want to do so many things, you want to explore, adventure, but we had to go slow so that we don't need to bother our daddy to start sending extra money. Though he ended up sending something, but not so much because I had already saved up 1,000 riyals, which was equivalent to the cost of the damages that I had procured. So guys, that was how, whenever I think about that vacation, I just had this mixed feelings. This my giant pepper is a rescue mission. Like, this fresh pepper we do use. This is my go-to for pepper from Nigeria. It really helps. So I'll let this cook for some minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but I really want it to be properly cooked so that when I'm going to use the barrage, it wouldn't be like I'm cooking from beginning. It just have to be halfway done, so it's just easy, guys. So today I'll be making egusi soup, and guess what, guys, this recipe will be going to Harvard because it's going to be a tutorial video for a friend of mine, a South African friend. She's requested for a recipe on how to make egusi soup, guys. So I'm going to be sharing this recipe with her. I just hope she finds it interesting and easy to replicate. So guys, for some people, I noticed they add onions to their meat stock, but for me, I don't know, I just feel like it's going to change the taste of the soup. It wouldn't be giving it that local taste or that local aroma from the stock. It just has this mixed taste that I don't really like. So I don't add onion. Why? Cooking my meat stock for my soup, pepper, salt, and Maggi for taste. So guys, that's it for me. This is how I like it, but if you want to add onion, it's okay also, if you don't mind. So guys, I'm going to blend that egusi. I'll be using like this quantity, maybe not all of this, but this is how much I got from the fridge. So let's blend. So guys, I just remembered something and it made me laugh. Most times we train our toddlers to start eating semolina with okra soup or bono soup, but you can't believe that my child, though he likes okra soup when he was way younger, maybe like 3 years old, but recently his favorite is egusi soup, and guess what he calls it? Mommy, I want yellow soup. Mommy, I want yellow soup. I said, this boy, you get sweet mouth too. So he suddenly switched from okra soup to egusi soup because of how, no matter how you make egusi soup, my dear, it's so yummy. It's so yummy. With the minimal things of making egusi soup turns out to be very yummy. So guys, I'll be making this soup with vegetable, with bitter leaf. I think this is okay. So my meat stock, maybe for 2 to 3 different kinds of soup, is ready. So I'll be making vegetable this soup with bitter leaf soup. So guys, stay tuned. I like to parboil the bitter leaf because of it has too much bitter taste from the if it wasn't washed properly, you know. So, and then the sand is too sandy, so I like to take my time, parboil and wash. Saturday cooking, it's so tiring for me. On Saturday I do bulk cooking, so it's time consuming. I've been up since 7 a.m. this morning. I just try to fix my room, just nothing serious, just fix it to the barest minimum so I can just come to the kitchen and start cooking. So this is the quantity I got for the egusi, so I'll be using this much amount. Then this crayfish, I'll just quickly blend it. The oil is ready. So like I said, many times I see different styles of making this soup. People go in with onion, but honestly, for me, I don't like onion for making soup. I don't know why. I don't just like it. It has this aftertaste, giving it a foreign taste, like you're making rice or like stuff like that. But I just avoid onion. So I'll stir this for a while. It's trying to get burnt, so I'm going to go in with a little water. So because I added pepper already into the meat stock, I'll just go in with the meat stock first. In the water. So I'm going to refrigerate this remaining meat stock into the freezer. Oh my god, this is so yummy. Going in with more crayfish. So I added a little bit of water. It's so thick, oh boy. It's so thick, oh. So I'll let it to boil. I'll go in with a little pepper. The pepper from the meat stock I didn't feel the taste, so I'll just add a little bit of pepper. Let me refill my salt first. Do you see that bitter color from the bitter leaf? So black. That's why I have to parboil before using. Because I washed it with hot water, so it's okay. I have this meat stock from the last time I made them. So my son was asking me, Mommy, I thought you need to boil the rice. I said, yes, you need to boil the rice, but because this rice these days now, before you know it, it's so soft. So I just wash with very hot water, and then that's it, and let it cook.
So guys, I'm very sorry. It is just now that I realized I fucked up. I've been checking on my phone to check for the final clips of the egusi soup. I don't know what happened. I don't know, maybe I didn't click recording, but I thought I did, and I don't have any final video of that egusi soup. So I just added the bitter leaf, and that was it. Let it simmer for a few minutes, and that was it. It was so yummy, so good. Really, you need to try this. And this is a video I made few weeks ago. I just wanted to make a voiceover to tell you I'm sorry that the video isn't complete from the beginning of this video, and I will make it up to you anytime I'll be making another egusi soup, to just make sure that it's completed from start to finishing. I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you're going to be cooking this recipe, do comment in the comment section, like, and please subscribe, turn on notification to get notified when I'll be posting another video on my cooking vlog, maybe sit down talk, my faith and lifestyle fashion, all that concerns me. I'll be sharing it on this channel. Please guys, do not forget to like if you really enjoyed the video, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and do have a good evening. Bye.